Given 2 points, I can calculate the slope. I do this by dividing the rise by the run. For example, to find the slope between the point 2, and the point 4, -3, I need to first calculate the rise and then divide that by the run. The rise is the change in y, 1 to -3. To go from 1 to -3, my rise is -4. My run, my change in x, going from 2 to 4, is I'm just increasing x by 2. Therefore, my rise is -4. My run is 2, and my slope is just -4 divided by 2, or -2. This is the intuition behind how we find the slope between 2 points, but it's not really the general strategy. Usually you're not going to actually want to plot or sketch the 2 points. There are 2 other strategies that enable you to perform this computation, but in a little bit more convenient way. The first one that I highly suggest is to make a mini table. So to make a mini table, place your 2 ordered pairs into a mini table. So x equals 2, y equals 1, x equals 4, y equals -3. Now, just like any other table, I can find the rate of change, which is the same as the slope, from these 2 points by figuring out delta y and dividing it by delta x. What's the change in y? What's the change in x? The change in y from 1 to -3 is -4. The change from 2 to 4, delta x, is +2. Therefore, delta y divided by delta x is just -4 divided by 2, -2. I got the same answer, the slope is -2, but this is a really convenient strategy. And it's one that works really well for students. There's not a lot of computational mistakes that happen here. The next strategy is to use the slope formula. This strategy is okay, but it's really error prone. When you're subtracting, in particular negative numbers, often you make mistakes, and I really, again, suggest the mini table. You get the same answer, and as long as the instructions aren't to use the slope formula, I would use the mini table. Here's how the slope formula works. We call the x and the y coordinates of the first point x1, y1, the x and y coordinates of the second point x2, y2, and then our formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. y2 is -3 minus y1 minus 1. x2 minus x1 is 4 minus 2. -3 minus 1 is -4. 4 minus 2 is 2. You see I'm performing the same computation and I get the same result. However, this is really, again, error prone, and I would, again, recommend the mini table. If you are using the slope formula, please note it does not matter which pair you call x1, y1 and which one you call x2, y2. I could have instead said 1 minus -3, 1 minus -3 over 2 minus 4. That gives me 4 over -2, and my result is the same. The slope is -2. In summary, to find the slope between 2 points, you're just finding the change in y and dividing it by the change in x. The easiest way to do this is with a mini table, but if you want to use the slope formula, you perform the same computation and you get the same result.